Napolitano for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and welcome to our first hearing of the new year. Bills we're hearing today have a common theme: increasing our water supplies, to which we have no objection. And we welcome this hearing. The legislation being vetted, however, only looks at one side of the water issue: surface storage. It doesn't look at groundwater, it doesn't look at efficiencies, water recycling, desalination, education, etc. It also attempts to pay for new storage through prepayment, a debt owed to the government on projects built over 50 years ago. Even if this process is allowed, it is unclear that they would take the option to prepay their debt given the 40 years interest-free, I would say subsidized, free repayment period. If we're looking for solutions to our water problems and for certainty for our communities, then we must have full consideration of all our options, including underground storage, aquifer, or other alternatives like conservation, desalination, recycling, etc. These bills do not account for any other option except for surface storage. The majority will argue that the environmental regulations have hindered construction of new facilities in the West. There is a bigger issue here from moving from study to construction, and that is cost. Even if you move from study to construction, how can you guarantee these communities the billions of federal appropriated dollars, given our budget deficits, that is necessary for construction? The prepayment legislation seeks to solve this, but again, it is still unclear where there is enough interest from irrigators to offset the $2 billion this legislation allows. The water solutions presented today will not create new water for decades to come, and the cost will be exorbitant. Water managers have already realized they cannot wait to compete for the limited federal dollars or the 10 to 20 years or more it will take to construct a facility before one drop of water is realized. They need to solve their problems now. For some communities, that includes surface storage, like Contra Costa District, Los Vaqueros project, or the self-funded Metropolitan Water District's Diamond Valley Reservoir. Los Vaqueros' 60,000 acre-feet construction is expected to be completed this spring, on time, on budget, and no litigation. Water managers are looking for projects that solve limited federal involvement that can produce water, I mean real water, wet water, on a faster scale. This can also be seen in 53 water recycling projects Congress has authorized since 1992, has created 680,000 acre-feet of water in California alone. That means Title 16, gentlemen. New storage, when appropriate, is not impossible. California has added 5.6 million acre-feet in new groundwater and surface water storage in the last 20 years. In this environment, not all of the water needs in the West can or should be met by new storage, dams or bigger dams. New storage is not always the right answer or the only answer, and the same can be said of water recycling. We must learn to conserve, educate, store, and do all of the above. If we were serious about creating more water, we should not discriminate between one solution or another. All solutions include this recycling, the conservation, desalination, the brackish water, education of our general public, etc. They should all be on the table. We must review all methodology, all new technology, anything we can, and work with all parties to achieve a goal of more real wet water. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.
Chair is now pleased to recognize the distinguished chairman of the